There's a lot of scenes that stick out on the schedule in terms of that's going to be a fun few days. It's going to take 3 or 4 days to film these big scenes. And you have an idea of how sort of big and heightened and colourful they're going to be. And the Masquerade Ball is one of those scenes.
As you know, proceeds from this evening will go to the charity that Grace and I founded so many years ago, Coping Together.
Christian's parents run a charity for the families and children of drug addiction, which is, in a way, related to the experience of Christian himself. And so they have a charity ball, and he reconciles with Anna just before this ball, so it's one of their first proper dates.
My parents are hosting a charity ball tonight. I want you to come with me.
Here we are at the Masquerade Ball. It's a very lavish setting. Nelson Coates, who is our amazing production designer, has gone all out, and it's very sexy and beautiful.
And action.
Everybody's looking at us.
Not us. You.
We wanted quite a grand size to things, a lot of people. And the house where we were shooting the parents at didn't have a big enough backyard. So we built a tent in the Vancouver Convention Center. This giant tent and this giant space in the convention center. So when we go from Christian's parents' house, they walk through the house and through a little path in the backyard, going into what looks like the entry of the tent. But when you cut inside, we're actually at the convention center.
I had always seen it as a sort of quite a pastel-y affair, you know, very, very restrained. And then Nelson, I remember when Nelson was doing the show and tell for design, he said, oh, this is what we're going to do for the Masquerade Ball, and it's going to be Venice.
We're making Venice! There's a lot of pop-up events that happen in Venice that are for masquerade balls for the whole carnival season. So I wanted to get the flavor of Venice into Seattle. So one of the ways to do that was do elements from St. Mark's Square and elements of gondolas and little tips of the hat to the colors and the flavor that would be high season in Venice.
And they have all kinds of Cirque du Soleil type characters, acrobatics, fire breathers. It's actually incredible. So we needed to take in our minds to give this event an awe-inspiring moment for Anna. When she walks in, she's never seen anything like this before.
So one of the things that I really wanted to do was have the flavor of the book into this. Everywhere you look, there's little pieces, the items that are being auctioned off. All of those are the elements that are directly from the book.
This is the menu from the book. I can't believe it.
When the extras came in, I noticed them all sort of checking things out, and it kind of helped them get into a reality of what was going on there.
Hey, look at what you got in front of you.
It's just an explosion of color from the costumes and the set design, and all with this Venice backdrop.
Shay Cunliffe, who did the costumes, just went all out.
The Masquerade Ball was the greatest fun for the costume department to do. We started work on it the second we began preparing the film, right down to ordering masks from Venice, from all the different mask makers.
My God, that dress, it should be illegal. Monique Lhuillier.
Yeah. Monique Lhuillier helped me with Anna's Masquerade Ball gown. Monique makes fabulous satin 1930s inspired dresses. And I very much wanted simple old Hollywood feel for this dress.
You look spectacular.
Thank you. So do you. This is so gorgeous.
Marcia, I had a gown made for her specially by an amazing draper who works in Los Angeles at Universal, John Hales.
He built me this gown that has one word, cleavage. Like, I couldn't look at the picture and not go, oh my God, is her face there somewhere? Hold on, where's her face? It was pretty phenomenal.
Rita's in a designer gown. We had a rack of incredible designer gowns to try on her, and immediately we picked the one that has a sort of explosive fun quality all of its own.
The dress was blue. It was like a boob tube strapless dress. It had frills at the bottom, and it was with a blue mask and a little feather detail. But I liked it because you couldn't really see my face. It was mysterious, but still kind of sexy at the same time.
There were 250 extras, and we costumed all of them. We were gathering clothes from all over for months. We rented period clothes from out of Tirelli costumes in Rome, and also Malabar costumes in Toronto. And then when these arrived, we retrimmed them all, because I didn't want it to look just like a theatre piece set in the 18th century. I wanted to turn it into a real over-the-top masquerade ball moment. So we added more trim. We made hats and headpieces to match the outfits we'd managed to get. So every single mask was embellished with additional headpieces. We pre-fit all of the people in that scene. So for a month, all day long, people were coming through and getting their outfits sorted out. It was very gratifying to all of us when we saw it come together like that.
It's quite a magical movie moment.